What's up, y'all? So I'm going to show you a little bit about what the workflow of my videos looks like. So I'll come over here because it's actually tracking me. So I've got a light here. There's a camera right here. There's a camera up there. There's a light over there and a light that I'm actually going to turn off over here. Now, one of the things that I get a lot with professional athletes and entrepreneurs that I work with on the branding side is, no, I don't have fucking time for anything, dude. Like, why are you gonna make me write? Why are you, I own a business. It does a lot of money. I wanna make more money. I wanna build my personal brand, but like, I don't wanna create content. Well, suck shit. The reason I say that, with all the love in my heart, of course, the reason I say that is because in today's day and age, building a personal brand, if you are successful / when you're successful, is either one of two things. It's you build a personal brand, you own your narrative, and it only helps you scale faster. Or two, in your sporting career or in your entrepreneurial career. Or two, you get owned by a story that gets told about you when you become successful on the pitch, on the ice, or in your entrepreneurial world. It works the same way. So people will have some sort of story that they'll tell about you if you are successful at any level, if you don't already own that story. So my thing is, well, start creating content now because you don't want some Joe Schmo talking shit about you in the comment section of, I don't know, like a TEDx speech that you made about underwater basket weaving when you're 60 years old, right? Like, I'm sort of jesting here, but you get the idea. So in terms of workflow, this is a whiteboard, and that means nothing to any of you, and that's fine. But what it does mean is find a medium of communication that works best for you. Find something, whether it's writing, whether it's some sort of video, if that's best for you. I am a super big camera nerd, and so I love talking on camera. I think speaking on camera is one of the best things you can do for your communication because it allows you to say really eloquent stuff without being and ah and like whatever other filler words people say. You're able to articulate yourself. That's a funny meta example of how not to talk. You're able to articulate your ideas in a way that makes it effective and quick on your feet. And so I like video for that reason. Other people, I was talking to a professional the other day who owns a sports psychology firm that's very, very successful, and he would rather write. Okay, so that's totally fine too, right? Writing. Little clamp, and that's where the camera goes. It mounts to all these poles I've got all over the place. And so as you're thinking about your content and you're thinking about what type of content, it is my opinion that the content type actually doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if you write, it doesn't matter if you decide to do video, but you have to be creating content because at the end of the day, owning your narrative, owning your story, and getting your word out there and getting the word about your ideas out to the world is the most important thing. And so what I do, today's a Friday the 6th, is I had the morning of, I had a bunch of shit I had to do in the CBD, came back and have just spent the last probably 3 hours-ish, 3 hours of concentrated work just filming. I had some notes on my computer, and usually those notes come from my newsletter. So my newsletter is my Halo platform at the very top. And then I use those newsletters to redistribute to my written content platforms like LinkedIn or Instagram carousels. And then I use my newsletters essentially as video scripts for the videos. So you'll see here on LinkedIn, you'll see on my YouTube channel, or if this goes on YouTube first, I don't know, but you'll see wherever this video is shown, how content is essentially the same across all these platforms. But what most people don't realize is that your Instagram viewer isn't the same as your TikTok viewer, isn't the same as your YouTube viewer, isn't the same as your LinkedIn viewer. And so you can say the same message essentially optimized slightly differently for each platform. You can say the same fucking thing and everybody's going to be like, wow, this is so insightful in their own way, because they've never seen it before because they only follow you on one platform. It's very seldom that you follow somebody, even as somebody who's lived in the creator world for a really long time, both starting as sort of a creator, but then also now helping people build brands that are a lot more substantial than just like a YouTube channel. Across all of my experience, I don't even follow people on multiple platforms. And I live primarily on YouTube's like my favorite platform on the planet. I'm going to actually raise this a little bit more. Rise. Perfect. So YouTube's my favorite platform. But even then, my favorite YouTubers in the world, I couldn't give two fucks what they do on LinkedIn. That's not true. LinkedIn is more business focused. So for those people, maybe it's a little bit different. But their essentially the same content they produce on Instagram, don't care. I'd rather watch long form videos, and I'd rather sit down with a cup of tea or a glass of water or something. And that makes me sound so boring. A Ghost energy drink, which is not sponsored. But I would strongly recommend posting as many places as you possibly can, but focusing on one. And I hope that's not super confusing. Those of you who know will know. It's pick a halo, go for the halo, and schedule the time in. So I've just spent, as I said, the last 3 hours doing this kind of content stuff, and that will do me on the Brace channel for about 3 or 4 weeks. So that's like a month's worth of content in 3 hours. Sure, if you add writing the newsletters, maybe it's like an extra 2 or 3 hours, but like 5 hours of work for a month's worth of content, pretty good. And for those of you who are either business execs in the sporting world, so you support athletes with PT or psych or whatever, or you're a professional athlete, you got the time. You got the time. So start building. If you have any questions, DM me. Leave it in the comment section below. DM me if this is on LinkedIn, or shoot me a note on my email, noah@noahkavanaugh.com. And hope that's helpful. Start first, iterate and learn as you go. Stay dangerous, y'all.